Some zodiac signs are hopeless romantics, while others believe in second chances even when the warning signs are flashing bright red. Whether it's their deep loyalty, optimism, or refusal to give up on love, these signs tend to hold on when they probably should walk away. Are you one of them? Let's dive in. 1. Cancer. Cancer individuals are deeply empathetic and nurturing, often placing the needs of others above their own. Their strong emotional connections and fear of losing loved ones can make them overlook red flags in relationships. Cancers are driven by a desire to create a harmonious and secure environment, which can lead them to hold on to relationships even when faced with warning signs. Their loyalty and commitment to their loved ones can sometimes blind them to unhealthy dynamics, as they prioritize emotional bonds over potential issues. Cancers have an inherent need to feel emotionally secure and connected to those they love. This deep-rooted desire for emotional intimacy can make it difficult for them to let go of relationships, even when they are unhealthy. Their empathetic nature means they are highly attuned to the feelings and needs of their partners, often putting their own well-being aside to ensure the happiness of others. This selfless approach can result in them overlooking red flags, as they focus on maintaining the emotional bond and nurturing their loved ones. The fear of losing loved ones is a powerful motivator for Cancer individuals. They are highly sensitive and can become emotionally attached to their partners, making the prospect of separation or abandonment deeply distressing. This fear can lead them to ignore warning signs and stay in relationships that may not be in their best interest. Their natural inclination to protect and care for their loved ones can sometimes cloud their judgment, causing them to overlook behaviors that could be harmful or detrimental to their well-being. Cancers are driven by a desire to create a harmonious and secure environment, which can lead them to hold on to relationships even when faced with warning signs. They are natural caregivers who take great pride in their ability to provide emotional support and stability to those they care about. This nurturing instinct can sometimes lead them to prioritize their partner's needs over their own, resulting in an imbalance that can be difficult to address. Their loyalty and commitment to their loved ones can sometimes blind them to unhealthy dynamics, as they prioritize emotional bonds over potential issues. While their nurturing nature is one of their greatest strengths, it can also be a vulnerability. Cancers must learn to recognize and address red flags in relationships, setting healthy boundaries to protect their emotional well-being. By balancing their need for emotional connection with self-care and self-awareness, they can ensure that their relationships are both fulfilling and healthy. 2. Pisces. Pisces are compassionate and sensitive souls who see the best in everyone. Their idealistic nature and desire for deep emotional connections can make them prone to ignoring red flags. Pisces have a tendency to romanticize their partners and situations, believing in the potential for positive change. This hopeful outlook can lead them to stay in relationships that may not be in their best interest. Their empathetic and forgiving nature often means they give their partners the benefit of the doubt, even when faced with concerning behaviors. Pisces possess a deep sense of empathy and compassion, making them highly attuned to the emotions and needs of others. This sensitivity can sometimes lead them to overlook red flags, as they focus on the positive aspects of their partners and the potential for growth and improvement. Their idealistic nature drives them to believe in the best possible outcomes, even in challenging situations. This hopeful outlook can be a double-edged sword, as it may cause them to stay in relationships that are not truly fulfilling or healthy. The desire for deep emotional connections is a core aspect of the Pisces personality. They long for meaningful and intimate relationships that allow them to share their innermost thoughts and feelings. This desire can make them vulnerable to ignoring red flags, as they prioritize the emotional bond over potential issues. Pisces often see the world through rose-colored glasses, focusing on the potential for positive change rather than the reality of the situation. Pisces have a tendency to romanticize their partners and situations, believing in the potential for positive change. This idealistic perspective can lead them to stay in relationships that may not be in their best interest. They often believe that their love and support can help their partners overcome challenges and grow into better versions of themselves. While this optimism is admirable, it can also result in them overlooking behaviors that are harmful or detrimental to their well-being. Their empathetic and forgiving nature often means they give their partners the benefit of the doubt, even when faced with concerning behaviors. Pisces are naturally forgiving and compassionate, always willing to see the good in others and offer second chances. This generosity of spirit can sometimes lead them to overlook red flags and stay in relationships that are not healthy. It is essential for Pisces to balance their empathy with self-care and self-awareness, ensuring that they do not sacrifice their own well-being for the sake of others. In summary, Cancer and Pisces individuals are deeply empathetic and nurturing, often placing the needs of others above their own. Their strong emotional connections and desire for deep relationships can make them prone to overlooking red flags in relationships. By recognizing their tendencies and setting healthy boundaries, they can ensure that their relationships are both fulfilling and balanced. 3. Libra. Libras are diplomatic and peace-loving individuals who strive for balance and harmony in their relationships. Their aversion to conflict and desire to maintain a peaceful environment can make them overlook red flags. Libras are known for their ability to see multiple perspectives and their innate desire to keep the peace, which often leads them to rationalize their partner's behavior, even when it may be concerning. They believe in giving their partners the benefit of the doubt and often focus on the positive aspects of their relationships. Libras have a strong sense of fairness and justice, which can sometimes work against them in relationships. They are willing to compromise and make sacrifices to maintain harmony, often at the expense of their own well-being. Their desire to avoid confrontation can lead them to hold on to relationships, even when faced with clear warning signs. Libras may convince themselves that issues can be resolved with enough patience and understanding, leading them to stay in situations that may not be healthy. Libras are also driven by their need for social connection and companionship. They thrive in partnerships and may fear the loneliness that can come with ending a relationship. This fear can make them more likely to ignore red flags and focus on the aspects of the relationship that bring them joy and fulfillment. Their natural charm and diplomacy make it easy for them to smooth over conflicts and maintain a sense of harmony, but this can sometimes mean ignoring underlying issues that need to be addressed. Overall, Libra's desire for balance and harmony, combined with their aversion to conflict and strong sense of fairness, can make them prone to overlooking red flags in relationships. It is important for Libras to recognize the need for healthy boundaries and to prioritize their own well-being, even when striving to maintain peace. 4. Taurus. Taurus individuals are known for their steadfast loyalty and dedication to their relationships. Their strong value for stability and comfort can make them hesitant to acknowledge red flags. Taurians are determined to make their relationships work and are willing to put in the effort to overcome challenges. This determination, however, can sometimes lead them to ignore warning signs, as they prioritize their commitment and desire for a secure partnership over addressing potential issues. Taurians are driven by their need for security and stability. They value long-term relationships and are often willing to endure difficulties to maintain a sense of continuity and comfort. This strong attachment to stability can make them resistant to change and hesitant to acknowledge problems that may threaten the status quo. Taurians are known for their perseverance and determination, which can sometimes translate into staying in relationships that may not be in their best interest. Taurus individuals are also highly loyal and devoted to their partners. They take their commitments seriously and are willing to stand by their loved ones through thick and thin. This loyalty can sometimes blind them to red flags, as they focus on their partner's positive qualities and the potential for improvement. Taurians believe in the value of hard work and are willing to invest time and effort to make their relationship succeed, even when faced with challenges. Their strong value for stability and comfort can also make them more likely to ignore red flags. Taurians may prioritize the sense of security and familiarity that their relationship provides, even when there are underlying issues that need to be addressed. They may rationalize their partner's behavior and convince themselves that the situation will improve over time, rather than confronting the problems head-on. In summary, Taurians' steadfast loyalty, dedication to their relationships, and strong value for stability and comfort can make them prone to overlooking red flags. It is important for Taurians to recognize the need for healthy boundaries and to address potential issues, even when striving to maintain a sense of security and continuity in their relationships. 5. Virgo. Virgos are practical and analytical, yet their desire to help and improve others can make them overlook red flags in relationships. They are often driven by a deep sense of duty and responsibility towards their partners, leading them to stay in situations that may not be healthy. Virgos take great pride in their ability to solve problems and bring order to chaos, which can sometimes result in them focusing on fixing issues rather than recognizing when a relationship is fundamentally flawed. Virgo's meticulous nature means they may focus on solving problems rather than acknowledging the underlying issues in a relationship. Their analytical minds constantly seek solutions, and they are willing to invest time and effort to make things work. This determination to improve their partners and the relationship can sometimes blind them to the reality of their situation. They may overlook red flags, believing that with enough effort and dedication, they can overcome any challenges. Their strong sense of loyalty and dedication to making things work can also contribute to their tendency to ignore warning signs. Virgos are committed to their relationships and take their responsibilities seriously. They often put their partner's needs before their own, striving to create a supportive and stable environment. This selflessness can sometimes lead them to tolerate behaviors that are not in their best interest, as they prioritize their duty and loyalty over their own well-being. Virgos also have a perfectionistic streak, which can make them reluctant to admit that a relationship is not working. They may view ending a relationship as a failure and be determined to avoid that outcome at all costs. This desire for perfection can lead them to stay in unhealthy situations, hoping that with enough effort, they can achieve the ideal partnership they envision. In summary, Virgo's practical and analytical nature, combined with their desire to help and improve others, can make them prone to overlooking red flags in relationships. Their strong sense of duty, loyalty, and perfectionism can sometimes blind them to the realities of their situation, making it important for them to balance their desire to help with self-awareness and self-care. 6. Scorpio. Scorpios are intensely loyal and protective of their loved ones, which can make them prone to ignoring red flags in relationships. Their deep emotional connections and fear of betrayal can lead them to hold on to relationships, even when faced with concerning behaviors. Scorpios are known for their passionate and intense nature, which drives them to form deep and meaningful bonds with their partners. Their strong desire for control and tendency to keep their emotions hidden can make it difficult for Scorpios to confront red flags. They often prefer to navigate challenges on their own, hoping to transform the relationship from within rather than addressing the issues directly. This desire for control can lead them to believe that they can manage or change problematic behaviors, resulting in them overlooking warning signs. Scorpio's fear of betrayal and abandonment can also contribute to their tendency to ignore red flags. They invest a great deal of emotional energy into their relationships and may fear the pain of losing someone they love. This fear can lead them to hold on to relationships, even when faced with behaviors that are harmful or detrimental. Their intense loyalty and commitment to their partners can sometimes blind them to the reality of their situation, as they prioritize maintaining the connection over addressing potential issues. Scorpios are also known for their resilience and determination. They are not easily deterred by challenges and are willing to put in the effort to overcome obstacles in their relationships. This tenacity can sometimes lead them to stay in unhealthy situations, believing that they can ultimately transform the relationship for the better. In summary, Scorpio's intense loyalty, deep emotional connections, and fear of betrayal can make them prone to ignoring red flags in relationships. Their desire for control and tendency to navigate challenges independently can also contribute to this tendency. It is important for Scorpios to recognize the need for healthy boundaries and open communication, ensuring that their relationships are both fulfilling and balanced. Do you recognize yourself or someone you know on this list? Have you ever ignored red flags in a relationship? Let us know in the comments below. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit the notification bell for more astrology insights. Until next time, trust your instincts and protect your heart.